Hey, it is Ush here, and I just wanted to kind of share a little quick video here because I was talking with one of my clients here recently about product imagery and how that is one of the most important things you can actually do if you're starting out building a Shopify store. I think a lot of people who are starting out a Shopify store think they need like a super optimized, really fancy design with loads of really nice copy and everything. And honestly, all you need to do is just get the basics really nailed down. And the basics in marketing have never changed. Those fundamentals have never changed. If you go back to the age of, print marketing, back when, Ogilvy was around, some people call him the father of advertising, right? Well, he was just big on two things. It was copywriting and it was the image. And it's funny, if you look at his work, and that's why I recommend, one of his books, if you study his books like I have, it's what really changed my whole perspective of what marketing really is. It's just about conveying information, okay? That's what marketing is. So when you're setting up a Shopify store, your only question that you need to be constantly putting out to yourself is, how can I convey the information that I want to convey as easy as possible for people to see? Because the only thing that has changed between Ogilvy's time and nowadays is our attention span for people who are, in the e-commerce based customers is gone down to this. It's very short nowadays. I'm sure you can probably even know yourself, your own attention span is pretty thin. I can definitely say my one is gone down. And that's just the natural place that we're in with the world. Everything's moving a lot faster now. So that in mind, we need to be very strategic in what information we are sharing to people. Okay, you can't just chuck all the information out there about your product and give them like 1,000 different benefits about your product, even if there is. You need to focus it down on the most important, one or two or three benefits that will appeal to people the most. Okay, what do they actually want the most? So for example, if your product does 10 things, but you know that two of those things are the most important things, so they will appeal to people the most, just focus in on those two things. Okay, and then once people have read about those things and they're hooked into your product, they want to learn more, then you can start to expand on the secondary benefits, the ones that you let's say are not as powerful, but also are, it's like stacking everything up. Now I know your product does this one thing that I'm really interested in, then I can learn more and I'm like, oh wow, it does all these other different things as well, which is like added bonuses. That's a really good way of doing it. Now, going back to what I was going to talk about at the start, is a really easy and low-hanging fruit for everyone out there to do this is, you don't have to go out and redesign your whole store. You don't need a fancy landing page or anything like that, even though I do landing pages, right? What you need to do is just take your product imagery, put more of your product imagery on your product pages, in your product carousel, and add text to those images. Now, you can do this in a very neat way, but in those images, when people are swiping through on your product pages, that is a great place to summarize all of the main benefits about your product, okay? And you're giving them a very quick and easy way to kind of learn about your product in that product order form carousel, okay? So this is something I would definitely take action on if you were starting out a Shopify store, or even if you have a big Shopify store. It's funny how many brands I see and they're still not doing this even when they're at the 7, 8 figure and 9 figure mark. So take action on this and let me know how you get on.